Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kenneth. Today is another day, another beautiful day in Phoenix here. It's February 13th today, 2024. Precisely, it's 11:30 a.m. I want to say thank you to all of you for joining SKTV this morning. I want to encourage you to share the show. We have a lot of revelations to share with you, and a lot of things making news across Liberia and around the world. We are going to be discussing all of it today. I want to encourage you to share the show while we do that. Share the show. It's very, 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 very important. Okay, very important that you share the show.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The project is giving us here and the promise from there. The welcome and life without fear.
I lyrical
Master.
Clear body, so I make you. I can't ask you to be benyo. Say my journey, Tina get I say my yamo. And yes, I know money. And more I go. And you love me. More I know.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Toss you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the promise from best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Backwater, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The project is giving us here and the promise from there. The welcome and life without fear.
I lyrical
Master.
Clear body, so I make you. I can't ask you to be benyo. Say my journey, Tina get I say my yamo. And yes, I know money. And more I go. And you love me. More I know.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandfather.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Toss you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. We have played this music for the last 5 minutes, and you guys are not sharing the show. So we're gonna go back to play music instead of having a show. But anyway, Mabel, how are you?
Thank you. I'm good. Thank God, at least I'm okay.
Thank God. Praise God for being okay. So we are asking the Liberian people, where are we as a nation? Everybody just confused. Everybody running head to scatter. Everybody going, in different directions, and people being nominated, and some of the influence, on these being nominated, reason why some of those people being nominated, and also just now we just saw in our SKTV chat room a new list of nomination, and on there I'm a little bit confused. On there I saw something like Copper Crow. I'm not sure if that is Councillor Copper Crow as Minister of the Ministry of Labor. I'm not sure what's up with that, because I think that's the guy that was nominated for Ministry of Justice, right? So was the nomination withdrawn and being renominated? So we receive also another information that nomination withdrawn. Bottom line is, you people will learn to respect SKTV. You will learn to respect SKTV before even the nomination of Copper Crown and other people. We told you that some information on some of these people, they may not be nominated. And also, we also told you that Copper Crown nomination, Joseph Boakai should withdraw it or will withdraw it, especially as Minister of Justice. But maybe since our people now actually sharing the show like that, we will not dive into the conversation right away. We will try to recognize a few people, and then we'll start the conversation. We will start with Lucretia Gibson, Yumotro Kranga. I got some gossip news on Yumotro Kranga, I will tell you. Yeah. But when she's not watching, I will talk about it to everybody. But I gossip, you can listen to gossip, then you will be here. You can listen, you don't let gossip, then you will go. You start talking about it. You will go. Yeah, but Yumotro, welcome to SKTV. Ali Aisha Donzo, welcome to SKTV. Rose Russell, welcome. CDC Youth Network, welcome. James David, welcome to SKTV. King Asphalt Wright, welcome to SKTV. Roberta Brown Cooper, welcome to SKTV, my sister. James Gonganu, welcome to SKTV. Say Jacob, welcome to SKTV. MC Sonkale, welcome to SKTV. And who else? That's Fumature, welcome to SKTV. Rosalind Dix, welcome to SKTV. Joe B. Joe, welcome to SKTV. Martha Gay, welcome to SKTV. Topa Kui, welcome to SKTV. Toby Wilson, welcome. Alexander Boniface. Emmanuel, welcome to SKTV. Orita Zena, welcome to SKTV. Afri, welcome to SKTV. Brazilian Monk is saying that you should share the show because the show gonna be hot today. Brazilian Monk is already here. Monk, welcome, man. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank God for another beautiful day. It's going to be hot today on SKTV. We keep telling people, come to SKTV because SKTV is not political. If you come to SKTV, you will get to know more happening on the hood than any other platform on the internet or on radio. And we just been vindicated again today, but we'll go deep into it. Melbourne, another beautiful day. Thank God, thank to be alive, and we are here to do it again as usual.
So, in fact, I will now. I'm not gonna go back to music because we got a short time before we reach the news bulletin. So let's exhaust this 20-minute meaningfully, and before we go to uh, yeah. Anyway, welcome SKTV. Abraham Corner, welcome to SKTV. You know, it's good to be back. Mapu Dasin, welcome to SKTV. Esther Wilson, welcome. Uh, Roscoe, Flynn Noah, welcome to SKTV. So, Melbourne, before we dive into the conversation, how are you doing, sir?
Thank you, Seku. Thank you so much to you and Representative Monk and our viewers and our listeners also out there. I may say the pleasant and wonderful good evening to all of you. Indeed, today is Tuesday, having to be the 13th of February. Indeed, the second month. So that means the month of February is gradually running with speed. And today is International Radio Day. So I want to say hats up to all of us, media people, especially radio day on today. So I want to say congratulations to all of us. Indeed, yes, today we are celebrating International Radio Day. So yes, Steve, Virginia Monk, and the rest of you out there who are listening to us.
My name is nice people.
Sorry, Seku, but I know what I say. Yes.
Okay, no problem. I will take it.
Uh-huh.
I will take it. Sometimes Sunday call me Steve, no problem. But Sunday you call me Brazilian Monk.
Yes, in fact, yeah, thank you. I will be doing this sometime.
Okay,
So, yes, indeed, today Liberia is good. We are moving about freely, at least not the other days where people was stuck up to places and traffic were blocked because of what happened with our soldiers, their wives, on their protest. But at least, thank God that today, everything today is normal. We're moving about freely. People are going about in their various destinations. And yes, indeed, with the later news coming in with the appointments, yes, indeed, we are seeing a lot of names, close to almost 16 names that have been appointed by the president and awaiting confirmation. So indeed, these are some of the happening back home, and people are also discussing what happened on yesterday and what happened with the chief of staff or the former chief of staff or the defense minister resignation yesterday. So Liberians are giving their own views on it and how they feel. Yes, and also in other news, we are also hearing that the president of the Republic of Liberia is not in country where he went. We are yet to receive all of the full information, but albeit that's the information that we are getting, that indeed he's not in country. So maybe during the course of our broadcast, maybe we're going to get a full information as to where maybe he went for visit or maybe for that special occasion. So yes, Seku, Bizana Monk, and our viewers, indeed, we are here. We good. The weather condition here is okay. We stay in the dry season, even though we are facing a serious shortage of and on with the electricity, but we are great.
Wow.
That's not a good news towards the end, but we will pray God, and do whatever possible to make sure that everything is good. Um, Mr. President Monk, you said SKTV is vindicated once again. What's going on, my brother?
Well, we saw two articles today. I keep telling folks every time we come to SKTV, just monitor events happening in the country within 24 to 48 hours. Whether it's from the Prince Johnson, whether it's from the ruling party and Mr. Joseph Boakai, whether it's from the front page Africa, you will see that you can thread the needle and know that SKTV is literally setting the agenda. And we saw two articles today. You know, Steve and myself did a little bit of deep dive on the HPX deal, and we raised an objection on the show yesterday and the day before. And now people are raising eyebrow in Liberia. We tell folks there will always be time for politics. There are certain things that are beyond politics. When it comes to transparency, rule of order, we talk about concessions agreement. These things, they are not for seditions, they are not for Unity Party partisan, they are not for ANC or Liberty Party. It represents Liberia. So when things go wrong, you will bear the full consequences, and there will always be time for politics. We woke up the morning to hear that the nomination for Copper has been withdrawn, and that was a good news because we were the first to raise that objection that you cannot have somebody with such a shitty character. You know, in politics, when everything in the country fails, it's the justice system that you rely on to keep the country going. You cannot have a guy that trick his own client with a lot of ethical issue raised leading the Justice Department, and Boakai did the best thing today by withdrawing his nomination. So once again, that's two separate issues that SKTV raised. So we keep telling our audience when you come here, don't put on your partisan hat, put on your Liberian hat. Because if Liberia does better, if we do great, you will benefit. It doesn't matter whether you're sedition or from Liberty Party or the ANC. That's just the reality. So we tell folks, come here with an open mind, follow the issue. I keep saying it on the show. If our people are interested in the truth and the information, SKTV shouldn't target nothing less than 5,000 viewers per day. But we are yet to get to that, to that benchmark because people are still interested in gossip. They want to hear things that is pleasant for them. They want to look at things that benefit their political leader, political party instead of the news. So I will stop here for now and
Yeah. So on the due list, Cooper name stay there as Minister of Labor.
labor. Yep.
So even though we highlighted the significance of Ministry of Justice, but removing him or withdrawing his nomination from the Ministry of Justice to the Ministry of Labor. What does that mean? Is it because Ministry of Justice is important and labor is not that important, so anybody can go there?
Well, I don't think that's the case, but you all know in Liberia, our country is now
Or maybe this is something that, you know what, Prince Johnson and say, you know, okay, we agree now, the popular outcry, if you can withdraw the nomination, but please don't make us shame, you got to put him somewhere, make him minister by any kind of way.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it meant. That the Justice Department or the Ministry of Justice is so sensitive since you cannot give him a job. But we all know that our country now is a staffing agency. It's all about jobs. So either way, even if you want to make the case that it's still not ethical that he had a lot of issue and you think people will just cut him off, but still it tells you that Joseph Boakai is not going to be interested in those things. He still needs to find him job because Joseph Boakai formed allies with people that would demand their lion's share of the government. And we know Cooper Cry represents the other side of Boakai's coalition. So what he did was just flip his position. Rather than withdrawing his nomination totally, it's just flipping, taking from justice and putting to labor. And we all know all positions in government are created equal. So for me, I know it's a red flag state. I won't take that. But for Joseph Boakai government, it's a whole different kind of a standard. So they like since SKTV and other people are raising an objection about him being the head of the Justice Department, we might as well put him to labor. Maybe labor is not that sensitive and he can still have a job because everything centers around job in Liberia. That's just what it is. Whether you accept it or not, it's just the reality. Everything is about job and getting a lion, a piece of the pie. That's again, that's the nature of the sport.
So, any information on Francis Newmally, the the man who called himself is a killer, he's a black boy, he's this, is he stayed the minister nominee for
Internal affairs.
internal affairs, or he has been withdrawn as well?
I don't think I don't expect to get any withdrawal from Francis Newman because they will use the same Copper Crop formula. If they had totally cut off Copper Crop, then you can make the case that Francis Newman might experience the same fate. But what Joseph Boga did was they flip his position by taking him from a sensitive position to a least sensitive position. So I don't think Francis Newman is going to experience the same fate. He will maintain his position, except the Senate, in their infinite wisdom, decided to cut him off. But I don't think Joseph Boga is going to withdraw his nomination.
Yeah, but do you think the Senate will confirm Francis Newmally? I don't think so.
Well, we hope so, but we see. It's yet to be he's yet to be confirmed, but we'll see. I don't know if they will take that bold step, but they should. But I don't think so. They will use the same, like I said, they will use the same formula. They will say, oh, okay, the Internal Affairs Minister is now as sensitive as the Justice Minister or the Attorney General office to dispense law. So it was just a statement that he made, so he will maintain his position. That's why I would believe until he can do the opposite.
Anyway, I want to welcome all of you. If you just joined us, this is SKTV, and if you're listening to us on the radio, you can follow us on Truth FM 96.1. We are also on YouTube, Instagram. We are on Twitter and pretty much all the major social network, including the radio station in Liberia. So, Monk, if Cooper Crow position has been switched, I will not call this withdrawn his nomination. You just switch the nomination. You know, like you said, flip it from one position to another. Still, that is not a smart move to me. If this guy is bad for one position, for whatever reason, he's not fit for any other position. We're talking about ethics here. We're talking about ethical standard. We're talking about fairness. We're talking about dignity and respect for the office. And by extension, not only the office of the minister, but the presidency. Having some shady characters, questionable characters in your government, that will have a ripple effect on you as a president. So let Joseph Boakai be man enough. Stand his ground and do what is right. You don't have to flip position. If somebody is bad for one position, that person is bad for the government. For whatever reason, you decided to withdraw his name from the Minister of Justice. Same reason, should not allow him to be any minister, at that rate. He should not be a minister. He's still going to be the same person. He's still going to be the same person who defrauded his clients. He's still going to be the same person who was found in the picture, in the video, killing a president on camera. He's still going to be the same person. And it will not remove any stigma from your government. It will even add more to it. Especially this action will communicate to the Liberian people that Joseph Boakai is confused. Why will you remove somebody from one ministry to the other ministry for whatever reason? Okay, now it's good for a criminal and killer, a fraudulent human being to be Minister of Labor. So you're telling me our labor force, our labor institutions should not be credible. Labor institutions, how people are going to come in the country, in fact? Maybe some people don't even know the function of Ministry of Labor. How are people going to come in the country? How investors are going to be attracted to the country if you have a fraudulent person, somebody serving as the Minister of Labor? How the private sector going to be, efficient? Who's going to, actually run the Ministry of Labor? The same person who defrauded his client, the same person who was guilty by the ethical committee of the Liberian Supreme Court. I think this is another dropping of the ball in the football terminology. They call it fumble. Talking about American football. I think Joseph Barker just fumbled again. He dropped the ball again, and I think he can. I think he can do a better job not to allow anybody who will be a stigma, who will bring a stigma to his government, and who will make his government to look bad. I mean, look at this. You have nominated a lot of people. People don't have a problem with it. Majority of them have been confirmed. So people that got problem should not be nominated to key government positions. Ministry of Labor is as important as the Ministry of Justice. It's as important as Ministry of Defense, because you know what? So long this guy is going to be called minister in your government, leading another agency, another credible agency, valuable agency, is bad. It will have a ripple effect on your government. People are going to look at your government as a bunch of criminals. Joseph Boakai is incompetent. That's how people are going to look at you. You cannot nominate somebody who has a shady character, whose name is being withdrawn for a reason. You might have just left him there if you're going to nominate him as Minister of State. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. You should have just left him there if you still want to make this guy, maintain this guy as minister. This guy should not be in any ministerial position where he in control. It's bad. And this is going to be flagged. This is going to go to the international community. It will go to IMF. It will go to the World Bank. It will go to the United States. It will go to all the major donor countries. Do not invest your money in that government. Look at the person who is the Minister of Labor. Somebody who is a fraud. Somebody who was found guilty by the Ethics Committee of the Supreme Court of Liberia. Can you imagine? Some of the names we heard, some of the names we saw today, most of those names are because of Stanton Witherspoon. And congratulations to Witherspoon and all his people. At least when he turned his bazooka to Joseph Boakai and people, when they were delaying his list of people to be nominated, Joseph Boakai, saw reason to say, you know what, let's go back to nominate people, at least that Stetson sent to us. And some of the people have been nominated and more to come. That in itself is another red flag. People that nominate, people that recommend people to be appointed in job to support the government. Anyway, Melbourne, I know you are headed to the news bulletin. Melbourne will come back. I don't know what happened. Melbourne just left the line. But Saros, I don't know if you are in the right place because it looks like there are some noise.
Yeah, I'm okay. But I mean, I can mitigate the noise there. When you're speaking, I can just mute it until it's time for the comment.
Okay, yeah. So let me ask you this question, Saros. If if Senator Witherspoon can be the one to send the list to Joseph Boakai, and Joseph Boakai is making those appointments based on recommendations from Senator Witherspoon, the likes of Fangon, Fadiga, the Fadiga that people saw the name is not the Fadiga that can be on the show. That a twin brother who has been working with some security agencies here. He's called Al Hassan. The brother who can be on the show, he's called Al Hussein. A lot of people don't know the difference between the two of them. I know them, they are brothers, they are friends. And congratulations to all of them, everybody. I mean, people saw the opening, they saw the weaknesses of Joseph Boakai, they saw the influence of Senator Witherspoon on the Unity Party as a whole. And like we told you here, the Liberian government under President Joseph Boakai is compensating people who support him financially. Those were the people on top of the list. And Senator Witherspoon kind of felt disrespected. And he created some noise here and there. And now he's getting his way through. But my question to you, Saros, for Joseph Boakai, in fact, to take list from a convicted criminal who defrauded the United States government and the healthcare system, who is on his way to jail, or who is appealed at least multiple times not to go to jail, who has somehow extended his prison time and is set to go to jail. If that person can be the one to recommend, to submit a list of people that work for him to be nominated in government by force, what does that say about Joseph Boakai again, my friend?
Yesterday we talked about leadership and the credibility of Joseph Boakai. We talked about his decision making, and you will keep saying it time in memoriam. You see, the situation, don't even mention the Stanton factor, just the copper crash situation alone. It tells you a lot. You see, Joseph Boakai doesn't have good judgment. That's just the reality. If you are saying copper crack cannot meet the standard for the Justice Department, you cannot put him at Labor Ministry. Don't forget, Labor Ministry, there are more financial transactions that will take place compared to where they raise the ethical issue against copper crack. Because when you talk about the Labor Ministry, you're talking about safety, you're talking about labor law, you're talking about wages, you're talking about working conditions. And who are you interacting with on a daily basis? Business people. And what do you think they're going to use to swing your arm? They're going to use money. So if you got a guy that was in the justice system, that was shafting his own client from land deals and taking money from him, what do you think he's going to do at the Labor Ministry, where more money will be changing him? It tells you, but Seku, the elections are over. People
And then let me inform you also. Maybe on the radio I'm going to say this. SKTV was also informed that this guy, as Minister of Post and Telecommunication, that this guy had some ghost names for up to 100 people that don't go to work, but they're on payroll. And that the list each person was making was 300 United States dollars. If you're going to just take it at face value, just the $300 per 100 people.
That's 30,000 right there. 30,000. You gotta calculate to get 30,000.
You think about that. That was Ministry of Post and Telecommunication. And those information, the bugger should be aware of those things. Sometimes when something comes from SKTV, they will try to bash it, they will try to act like, it's nothing, but deep down, they take it very seriously. We don't lie. We don't come to talk about anything. We told you that this guy had about 7 complaints against him on ethics. But this guy had about 100 people as ghost name that were on payroll at the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication. What do you expect of him as Minister of Labor? If this guy has a questionable character, if this guy is guilty by the Ethics Committee of the Supreme Court, if this guy has been asked to pay back some of the money that he illegally took from his client, why make this guy minister anyway? But again, going back to the Stanton part of the conversation, let's go. Yeah, Monk, you dropped the line.
Usually when my screen is kind of a bleeping, I can just restart the computer. That's what I do. So
Yeah. So you were talking.
yeah, I was saying something about the whole decision making of the president himself. If you're going to take a guy that have 7 ethical complaint red flag raised against him in the Justice Department, you're going to put him to the Labor Ministry. What do you think is going to happen? There will be more corruption happening at the Labor Ministry as compared to the previous position. So if he's not fit to be in the justice system, he cannot be fit to be the Minister of Labor. But then there you go again. It's Joseph Braga judgment, decision making called into question. That's what I'm telling you. Liberia is just a staffing agency. It's all about job. So Joseph Braga know the regs that a corporate crowd will post administration, but he could care less. He got to please the Prince Johnson segment of his coalition. It's all about job. They got to distribute job evenly based on what people are demanding and what they need to get in exchange. It's nothing. It's influence peddling. It's job. It's decision making. So the decision falls squarely on Joseph Baga's shoulder. The president is yet to come public with his own asset declaration. So what make you think I can expect anything better from him in terms of raising higher standard or holding people to account? It's not going to happen. Joseph Baga will care less. And it just tells you how the administration is going to operate, because it means when you steal one place, I'm going to just flip your position and put you to somewhere else. It doesn't matter the crime you commit. I'm just going to put you somewhere that is suitable, that will be having the least resistance from the people, from the population, and the people monitoring the government. That's exactly what Joseph Braga did. Took him from the Justice Ministry, putting at the Labor Ministry. Now he just telling corporate, you can just go out there and be as corrupt as you want to be and make more money, because I believe more money will change hands at the Justice Ministry for the fact that, at the Labor Ministry, because you are dealing with businesses, you are dealing with corporations, you are dealing with concession agreement, people who are doing business in the country. And what do you think they're going to do? They will use money to exert that influence in government, whether it's on safety issue, whether it's on wages, whether it's about the working condition. That's a function of a labor minister. So it's telling that corporate crime is going to make way more money at labor ministry than being a justice system.
Yeah, because that time he was dealing with individuals, mostly employees of government, and he was inserting names just to make more money. But this time around, you're going to be dealing with companies, multi-million-dollar companies, whether they maltreat their workers, whether they, in fact, they kind of oversees pretty much everything that has to do with labor in the country. So some company will be doing the wrong thing to their people, to their workers, and they'll just go and pay money. They don't even have to abide by the rules and regulations. As long as you got money, you're fine. But how do you look at the Prince Johnson factor in this whole switching of position? Prince Johnson wanted justice. He wanted defend. He wanted NSA. Now, if Cooper Cry is not going to be the justice, that means Prince Johnson may not get the justice, or maybe he might have somebody else for justice. And the Ministry of Defense, the former chief of staff name was withdrawn because he resigned. So you think Prince Johnson will give up now, or he will stay fight to make sure he got people in those areas?
For me, I don't think there's a need for him to give up. In as much as he never got what he wanted, his people will still be placed in government. So to me, it's a win-win. It may not be 100% win for him. Maybe he got to make some concession in those areas. But the fact of the matter is, the Copper Cross situation is a perfect example. He was never cut off totally. They just switched his position. So in as much as Prince Johnson wanted to some sensitive security position, he might not get everything that he wants, but still his people are on board and he can find other means to maneuver in government. So one thing I observed this morning, I think he had a meeting with the NIMA Legislative Caucus. They did a photo op. So Prince Johnson is working on multiple fronts. He sent his messages. He will threaten Joseph Braga. He will come out and say something here today. He's working with people in the house. Who knows? Maybe he's thinking about something much bigger as compared to what we are focusing on. So Prince Johnson is no fool. He's monitoring the situation closely. And like I said, he's not going to get 100% of what he wants. But if his people are still in government, then it's still a win-win for him and Joseph Braga.
So just for the benefit of while we await to get back on the radio, just for the benefit of those people who may not have seen the new list of the nominees. Number one, Mr. Williams K. Molba, Deputy Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. Anthony J. Nelson Freeman, Deputy Inspector General for Operation Liberia National Police. Mr. Simeon Frank, Deputy Inspector General for Crimes Services, Liberia National Police. Mrs. Sadatu L.M. Reeves, Deputy Inspector General for Training and Manpower Development, Liberia National Police. Councillor Oswald Tuer, Minister of Justice. Who is that? I don't know. We'll come back. We'll try to find out who that person is, the new Minister of Justice. Then Mr. Webon Pay, Minister of Lands, Minister of Mines and Energy. Wow. Minister of Mines and Energy. Webon Pay. Webon Pay.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
The former, chairman of the Unity Party, who was also compromised during the protest, who was one of the leaders of the protest in the COP, who was compromised. And guess what? The funny thing about that, CDC, the one that took the money to that guy. CDC got a lot of information about that guy. That guy was removed by other people, Costa and all the other guys, because they were all compromised one way or the other, except for Yeke Kolba. But then Women Pay was told, we're going to give you X amount of money. We will give you 10,000. Once you go and make a press conference to undermine the protest, we'll give you the balance money. Who took the balance money to him? According to SKTV sources, was Jefferson Koji. And Wumpe went ahead and did the press conference to undermine that protest. And then he was removed. he was removed by Mo Ali and Costa because he did on so broadly. So Women Pay was one of those people that actually helped Joseph Boakai to destroy the Unity Party from the initial stage with Vani Sharman when they went against President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Yeah, somebody telling me about Honorable Yaka Kolba. We have information about. Let me see if Mabon is back.
House of Representatives.
Oh, Mabon, they still on today. The guys, we have about what? It's 16 minutes after. It should be 15 minutes, but maybe Mabon is done. He will get back to us. Yeah, so Women Pay. All the people then are given the position because of, like you said, like government is like a staffing agency now in Liberia. But maybe he's qualified. But the character may not be suitable for the job. The history may not be suitable. But again, that's Liberia. And we will also talk about the person who was appointed as a deputy to Liberian Drug Enforcement Agency, Mr. Al Hassan Fadiga. Some of his activities, some of the things that he has done, whether he is actually fit to carry on that task. We will talk about them. I know some of our friends will not be happy about it. We will definitely talk about it like we talk about everybody else. The list that we have here. So I talk about what was that. Then we have Mr. Augustine Augustine Capet, Deputy Minister for Post, Minister of Post and Telecommunication. Miss Charlene Taylor, Assistant Minister for Afro-Asian Affairs, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Randolph B. Na, Deputy Minister for Roads and Rail, Minister of Transport. Miss Patient B. Randall, Registry General, Liberian Business Registry. Mr. Sawyer Tony Cooper, Assistant Commissioner, Assistant Commission, Business Unit, Liberia Revenue. Mr. Julius D. Dennis, Director General, Liberia Civil Aviation Authority. Mr. Patrick Doe, Deputy Director for Administration. Darlington A.P. Smith, Deputy Director General for Human Resource Management, Civil Service Agency. Wow. Mr. M. Boakai Jaliba? Okay. Boakai Jaliba is in the picture now. That's good. Boakai Jaliba, Vice President for Administration, National Oil Company. Okay. That's good. Mr. Al Hassan Fadiga, Deputy Director for Operation Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. Furthermore, the President Boakai has nominated Councillor Kopokra as Minister of Labor. These nominations, where applicable, are subject to confirmation by the Liberian Senate. Signed, Kula Nye Fofana. Kula Bona Nye Fofana. So, Steve, welcome. I think we on the radio now. I'm not sure. Maybe you took me from out today, but
We'll be on the radio now for about minutes, but it's just that maybe you and I.
we'll protest. Me and Steve will protest, or me and Mabel will protest at the end of the show. But anyway, thank you for getting back to us. Steve, welcome. We have new list. Kopokra name was switched. It was now withdrawn as being reported. Withdrawing name is like you withdraw the man from being nominated for a position, but switching the man name from one position to another, that's not withdrawal. However, we have a lot going. We have a lot to talk about today. But what do you think? What do you make of the fact that Kopokra now being nominated as Minister of Labor, even though you could not maintain the name on the Ministry of Justice? What's your take?
Well, Mr. Kane, thank you. Thanks to Monk, thanks to Milborn. Good afternoon, good evening to everyone. As always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth, and the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. Um, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. You see, when you spend all your time doing covering deco cover who, this is what we get to. I'm not surprised by these moves and these shenanigans and maneuverings. I'm not. Maybe the Liberian people might be surprised, but I'm not personally. I anticipated all these little games. I anticipated it. I anticipated pushing things around. I did. I did, Mr. Kane. Um, and the sad part about it is, the very sad part about it is, they the same people who made all the excuses in the world, the same people who dubiously conspired against other people, are the same people that will shamelessly and disgracefully do what is wrong again. We see all the little things that are going on just in 22 or 23 days. Just in 22 or 23 days of President Joseph Yuma Boakai. A general general say he been there for 5 years.
Yep.
I'm being very serious.
Yep.
I'm being very serious. Very the whole government business very tiring, very embarrassing, very disgraceful, shamelessly from one thing to another. So the issue with Kopokura is part of the deal that Joseph Yuma Bwaga made with Prince Johnson. Them he must retain Kopokura at all costs. So he tried Kopokra on the justice ministry. The laws came from there. So you were telling me the same thing that Bianco Pokra, the same laws that Bianco Pokra, does it even qualify him to be a minister?
That's the
So that
thing.
law does not exist when you take it from one ministry to another ministry. I mean, the problem has gone away. Okay, if Pokra is this competent and this good enough that he must work in this government as a minister, then why you can just confirm me as justice minister now?
Yeah.
Why? Then you guys might as well just confirm me as justice minister and start giving the laboratory after. But bouncing around from different ministry, it shows that you guys want to cover something. Kopakra, I'm the only person in Liberia that must, or from Nima country that must hold a ministry position. Kopakra has a rap sheet, and his rap sheet is big. And not just we talk about dubiously, criminally owing people, and look, this guy is a problem guy. Why keeping him around? What is the deal? We got other Liberians that are competent. That's the first concern. But here's the second concern that I think Joseph Boga playing. Joseph Boga want to play safe. He wants to calm the nerves of Prince Johnson, but at the same time, you know the rat there in Labrador can be eating and blowing your food, they can be eating and blowing it. How you want to operate with Prince Johnson. And this is a dangerous game. This is a dangerous game. A very, very dangerous game. I hearing what the other guy name? I hearing the other guy Mr. Kanye,
President Jumali,
they even carry on Francis humanly confirmation conversations.
is confirmation going on right now, you saying?
They had a confirmation hearing sometime this morning.
Francis Jumali?
Mr. Kanye,
You think it will be confirmed?
there is nothing I can pass by these people. There is nothing you can look. Don't overlook these people. Whether it is the Yombly, whether it is the Dillon, whether it is these senators and these guys, they are not serious about doing what is right. I'm telling you, they're not serious about doing what is right. You know, these guys are also dangerous, man, and they are pushing the buttons. They are. They don't want to move this country forward. They don't want to do what is right. They don't, and they have connived. They are working together, and they will do what is wrong. They will do worse than what we saw with President William. They will. They will. And this is a serious conspiracy against the Liberian people. A serious conspiracy. If anybody's sitting on the fence, you know, I listened to the last part of Yeke interview today when he said, you know, the opposition must rise up. This is not a joking call. This is not like your time to eat, like the other person time to eat. Mr. Cannon, we are way behind as a nation. We are behind. We are behind far way and big time. Just the other day, me you were lecturing just about Guinea. Guinea that we Liberians used to make fun out of. Some of us used to make fun out of Guinea and say, oh, and the clothes what you wearing from Guinea. These people are far ahead of us. Sierra Leone, right over there. Liberians, some of them are running to Sierra Leone for vacation instead of going to Ghana and other places. They are far away from us, ahead of us. I mean, let's talk about Ivory Coast. Just hosted the African Cup of Nations. They are way far ahead of us. We are struggling not because they swear behind the country, but because the leaders that we have are criminally minded. And get no other way I got to say it. That bunch of criminal business in there, including the legislature that has kept us behind. There is no other different thing that happening to Liberia. They were not better than us. They were not better than us. In fact, all of these people we give birth to, all of them in our area there. All our small brothers and sisters in Accra about us. They do way better. So there is nothing wrong with us. We got to get to the point where we'll be serious. We have to. It can be one group of criminals will complain about them, then we can put our own group of criminals there, then people fall in line and support them. This is problematic and troubling. It is. We are retrogressing. We are going behind big time. while other people are moving in front. We got to be serious. And in being serious, you got a vice president who has not declared your assets. You got a president who will complain about declaring the assets for the previous president just few months ago. That president go behind closed door and declare assets. Where are we going? And I'm seeing people making excuses. All the people who they are nominating are forced for a Cobra crowd to be there. Are forced. Cobra crowd does not need to be there. But for all indication, Cobra crowd is a problem man. And then you bring in what the other one in. This thing and Nima Kante and the other Kante team. Like get serious. You bring in the other one that used to be there that controversial what he need. The former chair. Women pay.
Yeah.
Women pay them who took bribe from CDC for simple protest. They took where are we headed?
Yeah.
Where are we headed?
Liberia is not a serious country. Liberia is not a serious country, but it is what it is. That's the country we have. Steve, thank you for your input. Today we're going to go to Liberia very soon. Before we do, so looking at the list, I think we still have more appointment to come. We told everybody that the government is big. Some people may not have the job they want, but they will get a job unless they don't want it. So somebody say, why must you congratulate criminals or somebody who is not competent? Well, that question should go to President Joseph Boakai. Everybody that Joseph Boakai appointed, congratulations to all of them. That's the kind of country we have. Congratulations on your appointment. You know, let us not forget that Liberian people voted for Joseph Boakai. Liberian people voted trusting and believing that Joseph Boakai can do the right thing. And by virtue of the Constitution, Joseph Boakai is the one who is clothed with the authority to appoint and dismiss. And everybody that is appointed in government by the president, they work at the will and pleasure of the president. If the president decides to fire any of them, anytime he will. Our job is to flag and give information about the people, about their character, about their history, about who they are, about their qualification, about their competency. If Joseph Boakai say, I don't care, I will appoint, we can't do anything about it. If the people sit by and say, you know what, we don't agree, we can have these kinds of people leading us, we can't do anything about it. We will say, okay, we too, we agree. However, when people say election has consequences, election of any kind comes with consequences. If you vote for a president, you believe in his judgment, you believe in his decision making, you believe in his ability to do the work, you believe in his ability to change the country. The Liberian people, they believe in Joseph Boakai. They trust him. They trust his judgment. They believe his ability to make decisions. Now he's making a decision. Our job is to point to the wrong decision, is to inform him and the Liberian people about some of the people that he's appointing, it's up to him. People thought Joseph Boakai would have withdrawn Copper Crow from the government, his name from being appointed to any position. But removing Copper Crow from Ministry of Justice to the Ministry of Labor only prove how confused and disoriented the president seems to look right now because of the too much of pressure from here and there from all over. They are confusing the man. And that man is already now well, and you putting a lot of pressure on him. The man will just say, okay, whatever you want, you'll go do it. You'll bring your son. And Mayborn just give a brief information that it has been alleged that the president is not in the country. SKTV decided to keep that other information for now till we dig deeper and confirm. We already have some information, but we don't come here and dwell on speculation to inform our people. We always have tried to provide the facts to our people. So yes, these appointments, it means that the qualification, the benchmark to be qualified to be minister in Liberia, to be director, deputy director, assistant director, for any position in Liberia, especially in government under Joseph Boakai, is to be able to cause other opposition, be able to attack other opposition unfairly, be able to insult anybody who, try to attack your candidate. You be able to write, insult women. Some of the people that are being appointed, we got some information on them on social media that they did nothing when they're insulting women. So if some of the people can be appointed, then therefore Prophet should be appointed. Those guys are not no better than Prophet K. I'm telling you. We will come up with some information that some of those guys, their behavior on social media, how they pose threat to society in Liberia, their behavior, their temperament, their action towards other Liberians, just because of disagreeing with each other politically. Their action towards people. Then you rewarding them with government job, where they're going to be making decisions for all Liberians. Character matter. People qualifications should not only be their loyalty to you, Mr. President. But anyway, gentlemen, before we go to the line, what do you make of the entire list? And also, Yaka Kolba wrote the church, asking the church to withdraw, to remove President Boakai from the church and withdraw the title of being a deacon. What do you make of that action by Yaka Kolba? Is that too far, or is it fair game?
For me, that whole issue about withdrawing his deaconship in the church, I don't mix politics with religion. I said it on the show on so many occasions. In religion, we may report to God. In politics, we may report to men. You cannot mix the two. That's why they get a separation of church and state. So Yeke, that's his own thing to deal with. The whole thing, I'm looking at it. I said it on the show multiple times that we are not ready for the transformation we seek to make Liberia to make progress. And our voters, they are accomplices that are not interested in change. You see, when you do psychology, I'm not a psychologist, I think Steve can elaborate on that. It gets something called the pain and pleasure threshold. When you are in pain, you want it to end as quickly as possible. When you're experiencing pleasure, you want it to go forever. The rescue train is experiencing pleasure. And people that work in government, because they know why, is the easiest way to get wealthy overnight in Liberia. There is no accountability, there is no standard. You got a president who will come to power. He will not look at people's skill and expertise and try to match it with the ministry that will give him results. No, it's all about giving people jobs, and the president could care less about the outcome. Because the one question you will ask, if Copper Crower in the Justice Department, now you carry him to labor, how do you draw a comparison between the Justice Department and that of labor? Matter of fact, if there's an ethical issue about corruption and scheming his client, you are putting him to a ministry that will see more money changing him as compared to the one that you're taking him from. So there is no need to change. You just have to confirm him as the justice minister. But like I said, it tells you a lot about the president. It tells you a lot about his judgment. It tells you about how he sees politics and the people themselves that buy into this illusion. So for me, I don't like to stress over things. They say election have consequences. Liberia's standard operating procedure is very simple. Work your way to the election, come up with a bad character, people will gravitate to you. Once you secure your 6 years, that's it. You cannot undo the election result, and the people will have to live with the consequences. So I tell people, you bought into a fake rescue train, you were scammed. It's one of the biggest scams ever that they were coming to rescue you. The people on the train are the ones that have been rescued. It was never about you. And you can see it. Yeka raised the conclusion. He said it every day. You've seen it happening. Let me tell you something, Sekou. You know, when you can observe, they say you can learn by two means. You can either learn by experiment or you can learn by observation. The reason you want to learn by observation so you don't go through pain and experience the same mistake. George Weah withdrew his justice ministry nominee. Joseph Boaga, who is expected to know more about government, has been in the game for almost 4 decades. You cannot make the same rookie mistake that George Weah made. And you look at all Joseph Boaga nominations, they always got some issues. So it tells you that he was not even interested in doing his background check or doing his due diligence. He doesn't care. Once the job is done, they secure the presidency. He's going to reward everyone on that rescue train, people who were advocating for him, whether it's the Spoon Network, whether it's the Prince Johnson Group. And for the rest of you that won't be employed in government, you can kiss the rest of the 6 year goodbye. You are screwed. Maybe you might even be worse off. I can say it, but don't expect anything to change for you, because it tells that the president himself, he's not up to the task for the fact that he cannot even expose or make public his own asset. The vice president is already riding private jet. He's yet to go as asset declaration. So what do you expect to happen in Liberia from a common man perspective? The only thing I can tell you is put up your big boy pants, tie your waist tighter. Nothing going to change for you. It will be another 6 wasted years of your life. Why are you hoping for something better to happen? Nothing going to change, and you can kiss a goodbye. That's just about it. Nothing more. Elections are over.
Let's go to Steve, and then we'll go to the line. Steve?
Well, first thing I want to say is I think it's in Yeka's right to seek, ask for, or request from a religious standpoint to save the Christian faith to some extent, to save shame from on the church, especially the effort, I think the Effort Baptist Church, to save them from this humiliation and this disgrace that the so-called deacon is bringing on them. And I wish Yeke would have also done this for George Weah, but I can agree to him that he didn't support George Weah, so he couldn't maybe push for that. I think we are saying over and over here, some of the churches, and most of the churches, not some of them, most of the churches in Liberia have become a disgrace. The council of churches, I don't know what they are doing. They don't call these people to the books. Joseph Boaga is openly lying in public as a deacon. Let me tell you something, Mr. Kamen. There are requirements of a deacon to be deacon in a church. And I will read those requirements on another day because of time's sake. There are requirements to be a deacon in the church. And Joseph Yuma Boaga, for all indication, is an open liar and a deceptive old man. You know, me and somebody were talking about it this morning. Somebody called me.
The president.
Forget about that thing, man.
Yeah, just say one away.
No. I like no other way to say it. The way I will say it. No, Mr. Cannon, because when we do these things, there's the
Yeah.
same way we are being used. No,
The office now.
no. Forget about that office team, man. Do that thing. So when you get liar in the office, you get to the person a liar.
Yeah,
What
but
am I supposed to say?
there's a way to say it.
No, what am I supposed to say? What the way I'm supposed to say?
They may want to be politically correct.
Teach me. No. Teach me the way I'm supposed to say. Maybe I will learn from you and say it that way. How I'm supposed to say it?
Joseph Barker has misled the people so many ways.
No.
Or the man
My people, oh man,
mismanaging the truth, right?
No. Let's be careful. Let's be clear about some of these things.
You can't say misleading.
When Donald Trump lies in America, what do they say to him?
It bring out the same meaning.
What do they say to him?
We're speaking about
what does the media people say to him?
Who?
When Donald Trump lies, what does the media people say?
My man, I'm telling you what I would say and what I think you should say.
Okay, so
you say the way you want, but I just have to tell you this.
Let me be responsible. Let me be responsible for my words. I'm saying I take full responsibility for these words. Joseph Boaga is a liar and a deceptive man. He is deceptive. He's a liar. In fact, on this show, on SKTV, we were one of the very first people that coined the term smooth crook for Joseph Boaga. This was the descriptive adjective we used for his behavior when he was not president. Now that he is president, and when Joseph Boaga was lying to the Labrador that 20.5 million were left in the account. He didn't know he was lying. He knew he was lying. He knew it, and he did it deliberately. So when people lie to you to deceive you deliberately and make a fool out of you, then you must tell them they lie. So I think it is fair. I think it's a fair game, and I hope the church will bring this issue into consideration. But I don't believe the church will act on it. I don't believe so. I do not believe so. I have no expectations. If they prove me wrong in this one, then God bless the church, the Effort Baptist Church. But I will call on the leader of the Effort Baptist Church or whatever church Joseph Boaga is or deacon in to look into Joseph Boaga's public behavior. And they can see fit to either put him on senior bench for lying in public, or they can take the deacon title for him. Because this is a disgrace and an affront to our own religion. And our own religion. Our religion got to make sure it has some respect on it. You can't have a deacon passing around lying publicly and deceiving people, and then we pass around and say, oh, and the men are old men. And that old man competition we're doing here. Old people can lie too, and when old people lie, we call them liars. But I will leave it there.
And I want to follow up, Steve. We got to do a show on the whole thing because the church now is like a disgrace to Liberia. It's like every fundamental institution in that country is broken, and the people who rely on to hold government official feet to the fire from a spiritual and an ethical standpoint, they are being bought and paid for. When I was a kid growing up in Liberia, they said the council of churches, when we talk about the Sheikh Kanfuma Kone, the Jeremiah Walker, the Arthur Kula, the how they call it, say, Toya, all these guys, those guys were the one holding the government feet to the fire. But these days, all these your Bado, Christian, pastor, it's like, you look at a man like, how they call that guy, your man from the AG church, how they call him, said that wants to go and lie down even to Georgia with his belly on the ground in Georgia and anointing him. How they call him, said,
as a winger.
As a winger. And you want to tell me that?
No joke on it.
Yeah, Michael Francis and all the people, the church is dead. So forget about the whole religion thing. Don't even expect anything from them because the church is even more corrupt as compared to some secular institutions like Liberia. So forget about issue about the church. And we fall down inside Liberia, man. Say we just got to live with it. We fall down inside big time.
But more like you said, on Friday, we'll expand on this a little more because even Jesus, part of the reasons Jesus was killed, it was the religious people. You know how Jesus used to call them? Jesus used to call them liars and crooks. The Sadducees, the Pharisees, and those people who understood the quote-unquote Bible.
Yes.
These were the people who were using the scripture to lie to people and to deceive them.
Yes.
They corrupt the people. So when Jesus spoke against them, they coordinated with the government to go against him. So if you have to be afraid to say Joseph Boaga a liar, I beg you, yeah. You see nothing. Joseph Boaga is a bona fide certified liar. I see.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. Let's go to Mabel.
Thank you very much. I like that. Thank you very much. That easy. By the way, the numbers to call is 0778 339 That's the number to call. And you just listen to our team of panelists discussing a wide range of issues. Yes, indeed. So 0778 339682. Liberia 0778 339682. That's the number to call. Call it to be part of the show. And please, just 1 minute though. Don't eat all of our time, please. Yeah, to this caller. Hello. Hello. Hello, Chief. Go ahead. Are you sleeping? What's your name and from where you join us?
Johnny from Christianville.
Yeah, go ahead, boss.
So finally, I know there's not focus. Really. Because the church, they get problem with the church. They get problem with just I thought you're Steve. I don't know why is direction. So thank you, man.
All right, thank you so much to this call.
Yeah, you don't want to say anything.
Yeah, bro, thank you. Love, okay, yeah. But what's up? To this caller, good evening.
Thank you. And good evening to you. Good evening to the rest of the panelists.
Yeah, go ahead, boss.
My name is Hussein Kew, and I phone in for the Rock District in the Jacobtown Belt. So I started the conversation and the critique and the criticism coming from the other panelists. But let me say this to you, we have to respect the leaders. And the issue of respect is it has to be applied to everyone as long as you serve the country in different capacity. Now, sometimes when I listen to your panelists there, the way they refer to the presidency, they look very derogatory. Now, take for instance, you there in the United States, other people part of their show, and the way you sound to the president, other people will just think that, we are not serious-minded people in this country. Why is it you have a disagreement with government policies and issues and agenda, but then are here to address them? But at times, you just sound like if to say, you hate the president, you don't want to see anywhere around the president, and this is the president for 6 years.
All right. All right, Chief. I need you go on 1 minute, 30 seconds. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, go ahead, boss.
What I look at in your country, like the country, as somebody just said on your radio station now, Liberia is not better than any other Liberia. We are not better than any other nation. We are human. But what Liberia we are suffering from here, what are spending now in the country is lack of knowledge. We are suffering from lack of knowledge.
All right.
We got two hair, we got two legs, we got everything, we got eyes, we can see, we got ear, we can smell. But it's like we are suffering from knowledge.
All right.
What happened yesterday?
Hey, you gone already? You already said if we are suffering from knowledge. Yeah, so to this caller, hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, my brother, good evening. Go ahead.
Thank you, man. This is Pastor Davis. The God can be so hard. When somebody say the president is a liar, how is that a crime? He's supposed to say something, he didn't say the true thing. Yeah. But I can't understand. But anyway, this is our country. But again, they've always lived in error. And the president has always lived in error. We told people that Mr. Bwaka, the president, he really actually didn't have the mind. But he was being pushed. And he was being pushed so others can establish the selfish rule. And that's what we are. So, Maple and the rest of the panelists, you took the man from the Ministry of Justice as nominee and brought him to Labour. Are you aware that the entire brother with that? Let me say it locally. Things that is compatible is the Labour sector. Unpaid people.
Is the Labour 100% Labour?
And they're not getting the salary. They're doing that, and nothing happening.
Yeah.
It is something that we should talk about.
All right.
Somebody the Ministry of Justice today, let me call him from there and get into Labour. Do you know the Labour sector of our country is one of the best sectors that people will even have interest in?
All right. Thank you so much, Pascal. To this caller. Hello.
Good evening, how are you?
Yeah, my brother. Good evening. What's your name and from where you join us? Okay, boss. Go ahead, Chief. Just speak your own. Hello. Talk with boy. Yeah, so we can move on. No time.
So, okay, so, yeah, you know, you get more time to pass that one for me. Who say my own now? You say no time. But I would say, let me leave that with you. You people have said so many things about the Liberia administration from the state to the position. Y'all say, so that I'm going to say, y'all say, oh, God, evidence with it. We got water, so water you're waiting for to bring evidence. You're talking about that.
All right, thank you, Ali. You go 1 minute 30 seconds to this call up. Hello. Yeah, my brother, go ahead. My man, but is that okay? Don't go ahead, Chief. I'm fine, thank God. Hey, we inside already. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, my brother, we're great. Thank God. You are our last call up. Go ahead.
You know, you will continue to get this on a daily basis, especially the United Party people. That now you know somebody should not even tell Joseph Baker can laugh. I didn't mean you see even who want to tell him that he can laugh. You know how all the party they were caught in the riot. Mr. Baker ever condemn what they say, what they are because of you're stopping to president where you're doing. If Joseph Baker is stupid, what are you going to say?
So this call up quickly. You'll be our last caller. Then we'll move on. We'll cross over to our team. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, bro. Steve, how are you?
Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
This is Mohammed Guitar. I'm calling from Ghana, District 14. I thank you very much. You know, anything you're discussing the interests of the Liberian people, as long as you are not praising Joseph Baker, more people will get far with you. But you are looking at the interests of the country. A lot of employment in there during the few days. In that even we rule a regulation. Lately was appointed to the Justice Ministry of Kupo. He take the men from there, carry the labor. We are in the private sector. We are asking Obu Joe Baker to appoint somebody in the labor sector that we will benefit. The government, what is the record? Like,
all right. All right, Chief. Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying Liberians. Yeah.
So, Newborn, let me say this quick and I will leave. Mr. Kanye, thank you. Mom, thank you. Let me say this. I was raised by my mother and my grandmother. I was raised to say the truth. That's what I was raised to do. I was never raised to praise and worship, to lie, to be a sycophant, or to make excuses for anyone, even my mom. I was never raised to do that. And one of the truth saying that I was raised to say is, when I lie, I lie. When I chew, I chew. There is no other word I can use to say somebody lie. No, I can speak English. To be very honest, I can speak English. But there is no other word I can use to say that lie. And let me say this to Unity Party partisans, those who support Joseph Boakai. And you say that says here we get to get this, or that says here you get to be passing around, making excuses and defending. The child who say against the second sleep. Joseph Boakai lie one day, we will amplify it, we will modify it, and we will tell the Liberian people he lie. And we'll go into why he lie. As an elderly man, he should not be lying in public. No old man should lie to young people. No old man should do that. So if Joseph Boakai no one for to say he lie, then he shouldn't lie. If he lies, I will say he lie. I don't care who call me and say don't use the word lie. I will not listen because lie. And anything you want to do, you're doing.
All right, thank you, Steve. Let's do some call here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Steve. So this is John.
This is Sekou.
Sorry, SK.
Yes, sir.
News, views, and entertainment on Truth FM 96.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So when we come to listen to you guys, I don't think it's because we are idle. It's not because we are less busy. We come to listen because we think that it discusses some issues that concern our country. And it's not looking at that Sheikh. It's not looking at that SK says that I agree with him. But I must commend him the way he approaches his concern. Steve is always speaking with some level of respect. You see the logical flow. You see the level of logical flow, the level of dignitary
the level of respect that he speaks with. So with him, even when he's criticizing, people are willing to listen to him. But I don't know why is it that Steve is just very much I don't want to say it, but I don't know why you live in the U.S. People can disagree with you in the U.S., but they do it with respect. You are on a public platform. You're hoping for the best for Liberia. Is this what you want people to learn from you when you speak very arrogantly?
Well, my goal is not to teach you, because as grown as you are, you don't know what is respect and you don't know what is fact.
Let
So
me
my
finish.
goal is not to teach you. I'm not here to teach you.
Steve, let me finish.
That's arrogant. You told them better.
Let me finish. Go ahead.
Some country and you have refused to be a decent citizen.
No, don't say that. No. Don't say that. Yeah, I want you to express your opinion without insulting him.
This guy is so better than everything you have to help yourself. You have to hear yourself. No one can hear you from your bitterness. Sorry. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Well, let me respond to that, man. Well, I don't dignify job seekers, sycophants, prison worshippers, bootlickers. I don't dignify you guys. You are not serious-minded people. You don't believe in the truth. You don't believe in the facts. When we call George we are liar when he lied, it was good. When we call Joseph Braga liar that he lied, then we're not respectful. Go look for respect somewhere else. You think I'm here to teach you? I'm not here to teach you because you can't be taught. Because if you were somebody who could be taught, you would be standing with what is right and not defending one side and criticizing one side. You get what to do. Easy there. That means you will see who there. Because when Joseph Braga lie, I will call him a liar. He will come back again. I will tell you the same thing until he can change. My reaction, the way I approach it will not change. When he starts saying the truth, I'll say he said the truth. That's not bad thing. That's not insult. I know insulting him loud. That's not insult. Go defend loud, my brother. We move, man. And I get time for Sigo fan, man. That move on.
You know why I'm laughing?
When the next batch of Sigo fan, I'm ready for them.
You know why I'm laughing? A few days ago, I was taking the heat from sedition when I said George I was having random sex. Today is Steve Day.
Well, they know me, man. I'm bad for CDC that would have just go there. Those people that will be coming here talking different thing. Say, go, I got to run. You're thank you so much.
No, you gotta go. No, you can't go. I gotta add the last question before you go. Or unless you are extremely busy, you can go. You busy?
Ask the question quick so I can go.
Yeah. So all these people then that they appointed from Stanton, because of Stanton submitted the list of people that are working for him to be appointed, and Joseph Barker appointed them. The man who is supposed to go to jail, who is guilty of committing crime in America, if that man is the closest person to a president of Liberia, and taking list for him to appoint people based on his recommendation, what does that say about the presidency of Liberia in terms of dignity and respect?
Well, in simple terms, it confirms exactly what I'm saying here. That he's a liar and he's a deceiver. He lied to the Liberian people. He will not do what is right. And that didn't want to be very talking. I can be smiling talking because I know that it's true. You can be very saying the truth. In fact, you can be passionate when you're saying the truth. What they don't know is when I'm calling Joseph Baga a liar, I'm passionate about it and I like to be on record saying it because he will prove me right again. You'll watch and see. He will prove me right. Joseph Baga will prove me right. And I said he was a smooth cook and he cooked Costa, he cooked other people. He will prove me right that he's a liar. You'll watch and see. Thank you, yeah. That kind of thank you, man. Let's move on.
All right. So Monk, I think Melbourne will be leaving us already, and so we can open the lines here in the diaspora. People can call in and participate. You know, one thing I want to add here is that SKTV is for everybody. SKTV, I know some people like to hear certain things. I know some people like to hear certain way of expression. But I just want you to remember that SKTV is not a political party. SKTV is not a political party or an opposition political party. We oppose the wrong things in the country. We flag wrong things when they happen. We expose people when they do the wrong thing. But we are not a political party. We are not opposition. We are media institution. I know some of you like certain thing, to be going on. You enjoy it. You have fun with it. But we too, we have our integrity. We don't actually dance by the drum beat of the sycophants. They will try to get under our skin always. We'll respond to them. We'll educate them. They too, they are Liberians. It's just like some of them, because of the whole party affiliation, because of their quest to seek job with the new government, their judgment has been beclouded to the extent where they see no reason. Their sense of reasoning is beclouded and they confuse. Anything you say, whether it's good or bad, so long you never support Joseph Yema Boakai, they will always attack you. Similarly, they are getting it from George Weah and CDC playbook. CDC used to attack anybody and everybody for even saying George Weah. By the time you mention George Weah, so long you never supported George Weah, you're a bad person. And Unity Party people, they are not only taking things from George Weah playbook, but even Joseph Boakai himself, he's following George Weah's footsteps, including making recording on critical national issues, as opposed to walking to the camera and directly speak to the people. We have three groups on this platform. The first group, they just like Joseph Boakai to be attacked in the Unity Party people. And that group, some of them are CDC. They're angry because they lost the election. So they're looking for somebody to do their fight. Some are other people from other political parties. But all they want to do is negative. They want to hear negative, attack. You can do it. We don't have to do it for you. You can do it. There's nothing wrong with that. You are in opposition. You can say whatever you want to say. Especially when we open the line, you say whatever you want to say. You can be your pepper in our mouth. The second group are Joseph Boakai people and Unity Party people. For them, you should not say anything about Joseph Yema Boakai. Anything negative. It should all be positive. But even if you say something good about Joseph Boakai, so long you never supported Boakai in the past, they still see you as enemy. You are less of a Liberian if you did not support Joseph Boakai from the get-go. So you can be trusted. You're not a patriot. And the third group here are people who are fair and balanced, regardless of which part of the aisle they find themselves. They want to hear the truth. They want to hear the facts. They want to see some level of decency. They want to see some level of respect, even in our disagreement. So if you're going to really dance by the drum beat of the audience, you always do the wrong thing because you will not satisfy anybody. One group want to be satisfied, the other group want to be satisfied. You're not satisfied, then just do what is right.
Yep.
Let them do their dancing around. Don't mind them. The same people who will tell you, say this, do this, say this, do this. Now they will be the simple, they will say, oh, but yeah, but the ball went too far. But the ball too emotional. But the same people, Liberian people, we got 3 tongues. We are very inconsistent. Most of our people are very deceptive. And the only thing you will not regret doing is to do the right thing, regardless of who supports you or who goes against you.
And Sekou, you said it right. The whole idea about being so entrenched. It's the same thing you said. I don't know how we're going to get over the hurdle moving forward as a country, because it seems that we will never get away. That's why some of us, you look at the whole political trajectory, you say there is no future for this country. There is no way that things are going to change. They got people who want to see a better Liberia, but they are very few in numbers to make a decision politically. They got other people who are so hell-bent of their party or their political leader winning, the Liberia winning. So for that reason, it makes it absolutely impossible to get a result that we want as a country. It just will never happen. You can see it from the colors. When I said it, that Prince Johnson made us, not even Prince, but Moluba Molu, who happens to be the chairman of CDC, when he said that the president had random said he used his job to sleep with women in exchange. When I said it, guess what? All day was Brazilian monk, all the attacks. The same thing coming from the Boaga people. And one thing between a Western society or a structural society versus us, people know when to play politics. Everything cannot be about politics. There will always be time for politics. But in our country, we don't know when to play politics. We don't know when to place national interest above political interest. And that is why Liberia will find a very difficult problem in the economy, because it just will never happen. People cannot differentiate the two. You talk about things that benefit the entire country. No, somebody want to limit the scope to that political party and their political leader. And you can see it happening among the so-called educated versus people who are not educated. So the question is, how do you even make progress as a country when people cannot even differentiate the national interest versus a political interest? So it's just a waste of time. It will never happen.
100% agree that we have a long way to go, but never belongs to God. Everything is possible, my man. But our people are just crazy. Let me do this. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Salam alaikum, Brother Sekou.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Mike, as usual, calling from Sweden.
Mike from Sweden. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. Bless you guys for the hard work you guys are doing to enlighten the Liberian people about the unfolding situation in our country every day. And the Almighty Allah going to be with you guys continuously. Brother Sekou, when people suffer from deficiency of words and they don't understand the linguistic interpretation, then they get angry. Okay. When people like Monk and Steve are saying the reality, you understand? Not insulting anybody, then they get offensive. They want you guys to be sycophant. They want you guys to not unfold the actual thing that is happening in our country. And the country is not going nowhere. You see me? So I supported Mr. Cummings, and I'm still a supporter of Mr. Cummings. When people say the reality of Cummings, we don't get angry, because the linguistic interpretation and the verbosity that you guys use when you're trying to disseminate information. Our country, there is something we suffer from in our country, and to face facts and signal detection. When we don't understand signal detection, then we support whatsoever because of our belly-driven greed. You understand? So nothing going to deter Monk and Steve from saying the reality. Whosoever in like it, they can go whatsoever they want to go, Brother Sekou. And God bless you again. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, everybody, you guys will be protected. Thank you very much, Brother Sekou. Bye.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much. So, so yes, indeed, like I was saying, we have a lot of people that follow this platform. We have a lot of people who gravitate to the platform because of the education they receive. People gravitate towards SKTV because of information they receive. Some people gravitate towards SKTV because they like Steve's way of expressing himself. Some call him fire for fire. Some people gravitate towards SKTV because the way Mom talk, they admire his eloquence. People come here for different reasons. People enjoy certain things on this platform. Some people, they won't come here and stay when I'm not here. They will come, they will show face, and they will go. So people come here for different reasons. Some people, the show can feel boring to them if Steve is not on. Because their objective is to come and laugh. They like to see certain things going on so they can have fun with it. I understand and I know exactly what's going on. I started this platform by myself, just me. I used to be here all the time by myself. And people used to call on the cell phone, we interact. Some people be writing and stuff. And there are people on this platform too that I know. I've seen them. They've been here throughout. They don't write. They don't say anything. They just watch. They only call us. They give us their honest opinion on issues and also about the platform. So wheresoever you find yourself, we welcome everybody. But what we will not do, we will not allow you to control us.
Yeah, that's
how we do the show. We appreciate everybody. Everybody's welcome because everybody here is here for different reasons. But what makes SKTV is the way we do business. There will be time me and Mom will disagree. There will be time me and Steve will disagree. We do not censor anybody's opinion. We do not tell anybody how to talk. But we always try to remind ourselves about the fact that we are not opposition political party. We are media institution. We want to make the place comfortable for everybody, especially those who can live with the truth. We are not enemy to anybody. We are not enemy to any group of people. We have said this before. If anybody want to really, really be a political party or an opposition, you can say anything you want to say on your private network or your profile. But we always have to act and behave like a media institution so that we can turn people off. You can say the truth. You can stay smile and say the truth. You can say the truth without insulting. I'm not saying somebody's insulting, but that's what some of you like, so some of you want. As a matter of fact, if you express the truth in a certain way, it takes away the value of the case you are presenting. If you express certain thing in a certain way, it takes away the importance. Because people can always focus on the negative. People also want to discredit you. They also always want to, take away the importance of your message. They want to take their eyes on the ball and make you the subject as opposed to discussing the issue. Because why? They want you to be distracted. So the time you're going to spend being distracted, that is to their interest. That's what they want. That's what they like. That's why people can get so angry if you are addressing them based on issue, stating the fact to them, taking the fact to their doors, and they can't complain, say, you insulting me. They can't say anything, but they just have to turn with the fact. It hurt them more. I know a lot of people like, fiery, sometimes I can be really, really, fired up. Yeah, sometimes I can be fired up. We all can have our moment. But once the happy, we always try to remind ourselves that we are not opposition political party. We are a media institution. And we want to make sure everybody is comfortable to come to SKTV, including government officials. We are not a political party. We want to make sure that government officials come here comfortable to discuss the issue so we can hold them accountable for doing the wrong thing. So we can question them. We don't want to give them reason to give excuse. We want them to be comfortable to come here and listen to us and listen to you and avail themselves for you, the caller, you, the fans here, the followers, for you to have the opportunity to call in and talk to them directly, tell them the truth. We cannot chase them away. We did this to George. We are government. We told them. We are not enemy to anybody. We are not enemy to the government. Come here. We are open. George Weah's Deputy Press Secretary, Smith Toby, appeared on this platform multiple times. Akala Gray came on this platform. Fangon used to always call on this platform. And other government officials. We open the door for everybody to come in and make their case to the Liberian people. What we don't want to do is to be branded as opposition platform. We are not. Let people say it, but we should not justify what they're saying. That's why. If you want to change Liberia, let me tell you this. If you want to change Liberia, you can't change Liberia with one group of people. We'll just be in circle. Over and over and over. The same thing will be repeated every day, every year. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, we'll be in the same position. We'll not go anywhere. We will continue to do the same thing. We have to be mature. We have to be tolerant. If we're telling the Unity Party people that they are not tolerant, that they are still angry even in victory, we should also live by those statements. Let's disagree. Let's point to the people when they steal. Let's call them by their name. Let's encourage people to do the right thing. Let's also make sure that everybody is free and comfortable to come here and have a conversation. You remember the last time when Steve mentioned that he's going to support Alexander Cummings and even serve on the campaign team to make the case for Alexander Cummings, we told him very clearly. We did not wait to go behind the back. We told him clearly on the same platform that when that happened, you're not going to be SKTV, because SKTV is not on. And now it's not for opposition political parties. We are media, we are independent media institution. We can have people on here supporting anybody they want to support. We have no problem with that. But if you are going to take an official position in any political party, maybe you can be a guest panelist who can be on every day to make the case for your stuff. So that means anything you say at that point, you are there solely representing your political party. You're not representing SKTV. So anything you say, we are saying it on behalf of your political party. So SKTV will not be held liable for what you say, for what you do. Even right now, we are open. If you want to be a guest panelist to come here and make the case as an opposition, yeah, fine, come. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. If you are intellectual enough to make the case, people will follow you. Also, if you are a government, you want to come here to make the case for the government, let us know. We will give you the opportunity. You will come here and make the case for your government. But at least people know that you are not representing us. You are here to make the case because we're providing you the opportunity to speak to the Liberian people, to interact with the Liberian people about the daily activities of your government. So we have no problem with people taking position, but we just don't want the narrative or to justify the narrative of these people who bang on undermining SKTV, trying to discredit SKTV. We don't want to give them justification to say, yo, okay, these are opposition platform. We are not opposition platform. We are the platform for the Liberian people. We will speak truth to power regardless of who is leading, and we care less about how you feel about that. But we don't want you to think that we are opposition platform. If you have something to say and you are an opposition, you are more than welcome to come and say it here. Anything you want to say, so long you are being civil, being respectful, so long you uphold the ethical standard that is required, as long you live by the within the confines of this platform, we don't have a problem with you. Come here and make your case. But we ourselves, we always want to maintain some sense of neutrality. I say some. It means that individual can be here to be supporter of anybody. We don't care. But the platform cannot be used for that purpose. We'll be here to discuss the issue unless you disassociate yourself with the platform and you can give your full-time support to any political party and make the case for that political party so that other people can be comfortable too to come here and do the same thing. And we just wanted to add that. And I don't want people to get the wrong message. And we don't censor anybody. We get, we all get in a moment sometimes, but we've always tried to remind ourselves that SKTV is the Liberian people platform. That's why we care less about how many people here to watch all at a time. 10 people come here, we'll talk. 1 person come here, we'll talk. 100 people come here, we'll talk. That's why we don't even care about putting everybody in one place. That's why we get all the platforms. We're on YouTube as we speak. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're just on radio. People receive their messages through different mediums. As long as the message is out there, that's what we care about. And we're not here to appease one group of people. We just want the best for Liberia. If you find yourself in that group who wants the best for Liberia, then you are part of us. That's exactly what we want. We care less about how some politicians feel about us. Last time we were here, when we went to some of the mistakes of Alexander Cummings and people around him, some people didn't like it. But guess what? There are a lot of other people too that were happy about it. So, oh, SKTV, we told you guys, you know, the Cummings people, and you guys couldn't, you know, say the truth to them, but we're happy to hear some of the things you said. That is the difference between us and other platforms. Most of the platforms in the Liberian society, in the Liberian community, whether in Liberia or in the diaspora, they all have certain loyalty to either some politicians or political parties. We have zero loyalty to nobody. We have zero loyalty to anybody. Anyone you think you have loyalty, we have loyalty with you. If you make mistake, we're talking. I want you to be comfortable with us telling the truth, even if it is against you or your party. We want you to be comfortable coming here to say the truth, even if it's about your own party. If you want to be a sycophant, we can change you. But we're going to do what we do. Monk, we've been here for a minute.
Yep.
We just hit the 2 hours mark. Yep. And now somebody, let's just take a few more calls and then we're close. There we go. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yeah.
This is Abraham calling from Norway, bro. Sekou. How are you?
I'm great. How you doing, Abraham?
All right. I've been listening to you people, but there are some things I saw on the Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm forced to call.
What is it?
The first thing is the circulation on the Facebook that the president has gone to the sub-region again for 2 days, working trip.
Sub-region?
And then the second one, Senator Johnson has posted that Nimbayans need to be patient. He's going to Ghana. And also, Senator Johnson posted that Nimbayans be patient. The fattest bone is about to come. So I can't wrap my head around these things here. Why is happening?
Okay. So
since you are in the media world, so maybe I thought you had some information, or maybe you will do some digging.
We will do some digging, and we also have some information. We have some developing story. But, you know, we don't just come here and talk about things that we are yet to confirm. We always want to confirm our information before we bring it to the public. But you remember when we told you here. Hold the line, please. Hold the line. This person on the other line. So Abraham, I'm hearing some background noise. We don't want that. You gotta mute yourself if you're not talking.
Okay, let me lower the TV.
Yeah, lower the TV. So
is it okay now?
Yeah. So the information that you just talked about, we talk about them later, maybe not today. While we were on the show, maybe talk about the president alleged traveling that the president was not in the country. And with regards to Prince Johnson comment, I don't know whether you listen to me saying that Jeremiah Kung will be president, right? I've said that here over and over, even the last few days, and I've said that Jeremiah Kung will be president. And in a not too distant future. That's what Prince Johnson is talking about. And I will leave it. I will leave it at that.
Okay, let's just keep praying for our country.
Yeah, thank you. So call out. Oh, okay, that other person left the line. So Monk, this is Senator Prince Johnson say the fattest boom is coming.
Yeah.
And we know that. We know
Yeah, we know what that means. We know that. We understand the allegory clear and simple. They know what's up.
They know what's going on. But SKTV has always, we have always been the first to, put the information out there. People can use it.
That's not news for SKTV.
Yeah. So you just a few days ago, we were talking about this thing that we said it over and over that Jeremiah will be president.
Yeah, Jeremiah is going to be president. He's just going to do the staffing and he's going to run the operation. I guess where.
Yeah. And Joseph Bagai's objective was to fund the government, to pay people, who pay loyalty to him, who pay him money, and to also secure some financial, potential, for him, moving forward, even if he's not in the picture. And his family, and his friends, his associates.
On the cash flow.
So, yeah, just to show the cash flow. And the people were jittering for Jeremiah Kung to be the one to make this stuff. So at the end of the day, Jeremiah Kung is still going to be president. He is not only that he's qualified by virtue of the Constitution, and the people, well, it is what it is.
Buying waiting for the fattest news is no news on SKTV. If our listener can follow this show and pay attention and know everything, there's nothing new. That's why you come to SKTV. You get all the breaking news, you get it fresh, except you are in the habit of paying attention. This thing will just come like naturally.
But Prince Johnson is always the first, to let the cat out. He has always, informed the Liberian people about, let me see the post they're talking about here. I don't know if this is the one. Oh, I'm looking at the one where Prince Johnson said the devil will not have victory over him. So the other post you guys talking about, you got to make sure it's Prince Johnson, though.
Yeah, I was looking for that post too. I didn't see
it. The last post I'm seeing here from Senator Prince Johnson is where he says special message from the Holy Book of.
Yeah, that's the last one he posted for that sermon on Sunday.
Yeah, and then he said the devil will not have victory over me.
Yeah.
So in this case, now the devil.
Yeah, that's what he's meant.
And Prince Johnson.
They will have victory with Joseph Boga at the very
end. And the same thing is also part of the current development.
Yep.
They always believe that they will have the victory. They will have victory over Joseph Boga and the United Party people.
Yep.
And also, oh yeah, somebody had in touch with Honorable Yaka. Honorable Yaka actually and I spoke briefly before I even came on the show. I was supposed to call him back, but I kind of forgot. But he's driving. He's traveling somewhere. And maybe he's watching. So I can call him if you're watching. Give me a call. So the people want to hear from you. I don't want to call him because it's already late. I want to leave. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. Hopefully, everything is well with the president. And if possible, we'll have a show tonight.
Yep. Maybe. Hopefully. Yeah.
If possible, if needed.
Another show.
Yeah, if needed, we'll have a show tonight on the development that we are getting. Hopefully, we will get more information or we'll confirm the information we have. And then we can come here and give you guys the info. Maoma, how you doing? Thank God.
I haven't been around for a while because a whole bunch of people need to.
And we miss we miss you, especially me.
I miss you too bad.
How you doing? What's
up?
up?
I want to distract the conversation for a minute because there's something wonderful, beautiful going on next week in the Republic of Liberia, particularly in Monrovia and in the Peace Bay area, and that is the brand new Liberia Learning Center that is about to be opened on the 23rd of February. For the very first time, we are going to have a brand new learning center with incubators for business people, with reading room for our children, with special collection of books written by Liberian authors. All Liberians, all over the world, particularly in Liberia, the educators, please bring your children, your students out to the Peace Bay City Hall on the 23rd. Leo Lopolo Johnson from Empowerment Square, Canada, this young man has done such a wonderful, marvelous job. And I worked with Leo on my Facebook page. For those people who follow me, they see me posting pictures of the Learning Center as it progressed. And Leo also, we've done interviews together on Facebook or live together. I've done it by myself to show off the work. $2 million put into that learning center, that the architects, the engineers, the workers are all Liberians, my people. Let's deal here for the politics. I told you, Liberia problem is not politics. Liberia problem is illiteracy, which breeds the magnitude of ignorance our nation is faced with today. This is what we all need to be looking forward to. So my people on the ground, please go to Leo's page. I will post this. I will send it to you guys. We're calling for people to make their reservations.
I was about to charge you for making advertisement on our platform without our consent. I was about to charge you, but because my Oma, I will not do anything. Go ahead.
No, you can't. I had an education, Oma. You know what I can't, and I just talk about my people. I said our problem that education. Once we get our people, we got to put school morning, afternoon, and night school for our people. We got to bring SSO back. We got to educate. Because when you listen, I've been listening to the show. When you listen to our people and you rightly express it, I like the way you put it today, and you express what this platform is about. You explain, the diversity of SKTV. That is non-political. I like the way you just explained it. And that's a good way for our people to understand. Our duty is to educate them, is to teach them, is to enlighten them. And so I just want to bring it. It's no advertisement. It's the first of its kind. It's for our children. It's for our people. So let us all, if you in Monrovia on the 23rd, go to the state so you can see this building construction. No Lebanese man here inside, no Indian man inside, no government inside the $2 million. Nobody get chop any of that money. It went into that construction. So we need to go there. We need to register. We need to take our children so that they can see. They have a place of their own that they can go to, Sekou, to take out books to read, to sit down, to have people help them if they want to start their business and things. This is very, very important.
All right, Omar, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Thank
so,
you.
Mr. Monk, everybody, Steve, all of us, let's go look at that.
Indeed,
Sure.
thank you. That's a great initiative. And
All you need to do, you got to give us more information in the back. So the way you did it right now, you will now have us, helping you promote the whole idea, because we do not have enough information. So get back to us in the back to let us know what we can do to help you guys promote the initiative. Well, thank you so much, though. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right.
I will talk to you later.
Sure. So, Mona,
yeah, that's a great initiative, and she said it right. Our problem is like the mindset; it need to be recalibrated for a better Liberia. And I think you close up the program on a high note today concerning the whole issue about diversity of thought and how people can come here. You got different personalities on the show. You got Steve here, you got Sekou here, I'm here, Milbon is here. Your concentration or focus should not be on our individual personality or how we analyze the information. It's all about the truth. If you are focused on the truth, it won't matter how someone presented. If you think that Steve has a fiery kind of a personality, that's Steve. I might not go the same route. But the thing is Steve saying the truth? If Steve is saying the truth, you could care less about the manner in which he presented. And that's the case, Sekou Media. You cannot say there's an opposition plan because it means you kill your own argument. Less than 30 days ago, seditions were the one in power. If we were able to hold sedition to the same standard, how can it be an opposition platform? So what will you say? Because CDC and now in the opposition, because we criticize CDC, and now United Party is back in power, CDC is the opposition. So technically, if we say we are opposition channel, then it means we favoring one party, which is not the case, because you have seen it over time that we did the same thing, no matter who's in power. All you need to do is to get above the partisan mindset. That's what's killing this country. You don't know when to play politics, and you don't know when to put the country's interest above your political interest or your political leader or political party. These things are limited. If you come here with a partisan hat, you won't get the information that you need to get because you're already seeing things from a narrow angle. If you tell you with an open mind, let me tell you something, my people. You can support somebody and still be open-minded to new ideas because the person who you support, he's just an individual. He's susceptible to mistake. If you hold the ones that you support to a higher standard, they will do better and you will end up benefiting. Yeah. We criticize Georgia for not publishing his asset. And Bwaka came and did the same thing. How does that benefit you? Why make you think if both of them were to do the same thing and play by the rules and establish higher standard, don't you think it will benefit every Liberian irrespective of their political party or political affiliation? I don't know. You got to think being a party and think being a political party leader is about Liberia first. And in as much as it is tough to say, our people just need to up out their game and just be open to new ideas and come here for the facts and the reality. And one thing I think we'll discuss about Sekou is the whole HPX and that their concession deal, because we're learning that there is a scrimmage between them and ArcelorMittal as to who is going to own the operational rights to run that multi-user or runway or railroad. And there are so many things people are saying that HPX is kind of a Holland beyond or American brand since America has influence in Liberia to get some sweetheart deals. So we will see about that tomorrow, God's willing, and we'll be here again. Thanks for the day.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Mo. And thank you, everybody. We love you. We said yesterday that we're going to actually start to raise funds about the transmitter that we wanted to get. But politics is actually getting serious nowadays. So we don't want to actually overshadow some of these main conversation with our fundraisers. So we will still do it, but we just felt that when people actually in need of information want to use most of the time to inform you about the happenings in the country. And definitely, whenever we're ready to do the fundraiser, we will definitely let you know. We also had a meeting on last Sunday. We discussed a lot of things, and we're also going to be coming up with a general fundraiser. We already have a team in place. Once the decision concluded, definitely we will come here and let you know how we're going to go about the radio station project for SKTV. In the meantime, those of you who've been supporting us with data, with small cash here and there for our guys in Liberia, and to also help us pay some bills here in terms of paying for softwares and internet and other stuff. Those of you who have been actually helping us, we appreciate you. We may not ask you every day, but there are people, whether or not we ask, they always come and support SKTV. And one of those people sent $20 to SKTV. We did not announce any. We did not announce any fundraiser today, but people have made this their duty to actually always reach out to SKTV by supporting us with Cash App and Zelle. I want to say thank you. We are grateful to everybody. Let me check the order. Okay, nothing there. Just want to make sure, because I didn't know that somebody even sent us $20. Just look at it. So I don't want to. What's going on with this? Well, thank you so much, my people. We'll be here again. So, okay, if I say you're not added, I will add you to the chat room. Yeah, I'll add you to the chat room for SKTV audio project. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm reading some of the comments. This person is watching us from the YouTube and say, I believe SKTV analysis of these political issues, you guys are more balanced. Thank you. We appreciate that comment. So we'll be here tomorrow. And those of you watching on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, we want to say thank you. We appreciate your time. We'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully.